Welcome to Run Free and Strong. I'm Reto. It's Sunday and we're out for our last Sunday long run before the Verbier Marathon, and back on the Appalachian Trail for the final opportunity to walk and run some technical trails, do some climbing and descending, and get some time on feet. It's going to be a little bit slow going today for a few reasons. Yesterday, Saturday, I ran 2-mile repeats on the track. My legs are trashed, so good to get out on the trail, just push ourselves. Second is another hot and humid day. It's going to be in the low to mid 90s Fahrenheit, 32 to 35 Celsius. And the third and final reason is we've had some pretty bad storms that have fallen a lot of trees and big branches and washed out some of the trails. So I've already had to pivot my run today. I was going to start from River Road parking lot, the bottom of St. John Ledges outside of Kent, Connecticut. And unfortunately, the fire road was blocked by a big tree that came down. Thanks for joining me on this last Sunday long run. And as I bring you along, I'd like to talk a little bit about my journey to get here, the Verbier Marathon, specifically how I'd like to approach the race, and also my planned race kit. Still climbing, about half a mile in, about 350 feet, so averaging about 700 feet vertical per mile. Crazy. So I'd like to share my journey we got here. In September 2023, decided I wanted to prepare to qualify for UTMB in 2025. At the end of April, the Canyons 100-mile endurance run by UTMB in Auburn, California was my first attempt to build a UTMB index and collect stones which are needed for the lottery. Unfortunately, 18 miles in, and I had signed up for the Verbier X Alpine in Switzerland, 140K with 30,000 feet of vert in 89 miles. So after Canyons, decided that was not a good idea. Contacted the race organizers, who were very kind and let me drop down to the Verbier Marathon, which is not easy. It's not the New York City Marathon, it's not the London Marathon. It is about 45K or 28 miles with about 3,000 meters or 10,000 feet of climbing and descending, and all this at altitude. So, as those of you who have been following my channel know, I have a lower back injury, which creates issues both with very steep descents and hammering my back, not my quads so much, as well as longer ultramarathons, although I did finish 3 100-milers. So those will be significant challenges. Crested the first climb, and not even a mile in, more than 700 feet of climbing. So we'll be going back that way. That'll mean a lot of downhill running. Continuing how we got here, after the Verbier Marathon, I have the Yeti 100-miler in Abington, Virginia at the end of September. Not a UTMB race. I've done that in the past, trying to go for a sub 24-hour finish. There's a track series that my son, who's coaching me, and I have created. And then at the end of October begs the Kodiak 50K by UTMB. The Verbier Marathon and Kodiak 50K are both UTMB qualifying races, and the 50K distance for the UTMB index and will qualify me for the OCC, the smallest of the 3 final events. A little bit of downhill running, good practice. Definitely need some quick feet between these rocks and roots. First brook we're going to cross here. Should be easy, low water levels. It's summer. I'd like to share with you how I'm going to approach the Verbier Marathon and what my race strategy will be. The key is for me to complete the marathon within the cutoff without having major back issues that will either slow me down or force me to drop out. So I have a couple of experiences to draw from. 3 years ago in 2021, I ran the Swiss Alpine 68K or 42 miles in Davos, Switzerland, and I DNF'd at 26 miles, so exactly a marathon, because of my lower back. Lessons learned there was undertrained, particularly for downhill running, and ran both the uphills and the downhills too hard. I had plenty of time, I was well within my cutoff. Second experience is the DNF at the Canyons endurance run, which was a function of three things. The aggressive cutoffs early in the race forced me to push. The crazy downhill from China Wall to Devil's Thumb to the bridge and turn around and come right back up. I think in the first 18 miles or something like about 10,000 feet of vertical change. The weather was horrendous. We had torrential rain, sleet, hail, wind. Trails were muddied, washed out, just crazy. And for me, that's an added challenge with my back when I can't properly run or get a good foothold on a trail. Experience number 3, a few weeks ago, going out the Kodiak 100K, 50K courses with a friend and putting in 43 miles over 2 days. Day 1 was very technical on the 100K course. 50K was more runnable, and day 2 I had to go slow just to protect my back to complete the 2 days, but I was fine. That gave me a lot of confidence and experience in how to manage my back through a longer distance with vert, and that was also at altitude. We were between 7,000 and 10,000 feet. Looks like I reached another crest, about 1.5 miles in, over 1,000 feet. Just climbing, 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 and the weather's like a sauna out here. So this is probably a good place to ask you to consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already following our journey, because you do not want to miss the Verbier Marathon race video. It's going to be epic. So please click on that subscribe button. It's very much appreciated. Those experiences in mind, here's how I'm going to approach the Verbier Marathon. First, ensure that I'm properly fueled and hydrated before I show up at the start. Continue fueling and hydrating throughout the race. I'll have my own pack, and there are well-organized aid stations throughout. Second, use my Black Diamond Carbon Z trekking poles from the get-go. You're not allowed to pick up poles, either you have them from the beginning or you don't have them at all. Third, be well aware of the aid station cutoffs. Stay well within them. Very important, move efficiently and expeditiously through aid stations. Next, continue monitoring my body, my back, my legs throughout the race. Feel if something is coming on and adjust if I have to. I'm healthy, I'm confident, yet humble. I know this is going to be a major challenge for me to finish my first ever mountain trail race. Let's go, guys. That's the Housatonic Valley down below. 8 miles, 2,500 feet, 2 miles to go, back to the car. Last Appalachian Trail run walk done, 10 miles, 5 miles out, 5 miles back, about 2,800 feet of climbing, descending. Most of that was on the out. At 5 mile turnaround, I was around 2,000 feet of vert. Coming back was a lot of downhill. I'm absolutely shattered. This should not have been so hard. But as I said, yesterday's 2 mile repeats, the heat and humidity yesterday and today, again doing a lot of climbing, just going out from the car. The beginning of this one was tough. Technical trail running, probably done. Maybe I'll squeeze another one in, an easy one. And I have a Tuesday short lactate threshold session 8x400, which is 10 days out from the Verbier Marathon. Hope you enjoyed the update, the race plan, the race kit, and let's go, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, smash that like button. If you're not already following, it would mean a lot if you subscribe to the channel and supported our journey. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.